he says to me, "What does the Anishinaabe Santa say?" I go, "What?" He goes, "Ho, ho, ho, wah." Yeah, that was pretty good, for a fourth grader. Hey, BOOZHOO! Welcome back to BOOZHOO Nana BOOZHOO. And we're gonna finish Amix Blood by Michael Lyons today. Amix Blood, the Christmas story with vampires and elves. And when we left off, we found out that Vladimir was very sick because he gave up drinking blood. But then Dr. Fang found out that if he just ate fudge stripe cookies, he should be okay. So let's pick it up on page 50. And there's Vladimir, and he says, "Oh, it feels so good to be back," he cheered. Amix was inspired. She said, "You know, Dad, I've always been close-minded about vampire food." "You mean blood?" Vladimir asked. "Yeah," Amix replied. "Maybe it's time I finally try it." "Oh, you really needn't, my dear. Except for its life-sustaining properties, I never missed it." "Actually," Tina spoke up, "maybe it wouldn't be such a bad idea. I mean, your vampire side is part of you, Amix. You shouldn't deny that part of your heritage." "Gee, Mom, I always felt kind of weird about it." "I know, my dear, but you are a vampire, and you are an elf. I love everything about you, exactly as you are. You don't need to worry about betraying one side for the other." Lilith slowly nodded her head in approval. She realized how much she and Tina truly had in common. She reached for her canteen. "Here," Lilith said, and handed the blood-filled bottle to her sister. "Why don't you toast your mother? She's a wise woman. You're lucky to have her." "To my mom," Amix said, holding up the black leather canteen high into the air. She took a long gulp, and a thin scarlet drip made a line across her cheek. Suddenly, the small girl stiffened, and her heart started to race. "Uh-oh," she thought. Tina asked, "What is it?" "I feel kind of funny," Amix said. "What's happening to me?" Her family raced to catch her, but Amix dropped to the floor and began to tremble. She curled into a tight ball and covered her head with her arms. "Doctor, do something!" Lilith shouted. "Oh, my dear Amix!" Vladimir cried. "What have you done?" To everyone's astonishment, two sleek black triangles tore through the back of her shirt and cape and unfolded into enormous bat wings. Amix slowly stood up with help from her parents. She was clearly exhausted, but seemed to be recovering. "Are you okay?" Tina asked. "I had no idea this would happen." "My darling, how do you feel? Something very strange has just happened," Vladimir said. The young girl slowly turned her head to see the wings she had just grown. With a nervous expression, Amix carefully moved them back and forth. "Amazing!" Dr. Fang exclaimed. "Apparently ingesting blood has affected your physiology." "Yeah, apparently," she said. "Are these what I think they are? Do you think they'll work?" "You look fantastic," Lilith said. "Of course they'll work." "Yes, Amix," her mother said, with a proud smile. "You're a vampire. It's in your blood." "And you're an elf," Lilith added. "And elves are good at everything they do." Amix stretched out her wings and looked at her reflection in the window. "What do you think, Dad?" Vladimir smiled and said, "I think we should have some milk and cookies with your dear old dad and quit while we're ahead." They all heartily agreed with Vladimir. With milk and cookies all around, they celebrated into the night. They rejoiced in their good fortune to have each other right here together, if only for the moment. Epilogue, December 25th, 25 years later. Amix and Stephen were once again playing cards. Only this time, they sat together in their living room in front of a tree beautifully decorated in orange and black. For a full minute there was complete silence. Is it my turn? Stephen asked. Nope, Amix replied. It's mine. And Gin spells? Then slapping down a winning hand, she calls out, Gin! Aw, man, I want a divorce. Ha, no way, baby, Amix said. You're mine forever. Just then the doorbell rang. That'll be the kids, Amix said, jumping up. Stephen accompanied his winged wife to the door. Opening the door, the happy couple were greeted by their 3 children. Trick or treat, they shouted. Happy Halloween, Amix and Stephen lovingly replied. And I'm going to say Merry Christmas. The end. Oh, what? What a book. Nicely done, Michael. Amix Blood by Michael Lyons. And there you have it. There's a link in the description. You can buy your own copy. Thank you so much for watching BOOZHOO Nano BOOZHOO. And I will see you again. Digawaba min, minawa. Hawa.